hit.
Hello tankers. So today I'm going to bring you a game with the KV5. What's special about the KV5? KV5 is a premium tier 8, so it makes a lot of money when you play it, and it's useful for training up your Russian heavy tank crew, because you can move the crew from any Russian heavy into the KV5 and play with them and not take a performance hit like you do if you move crews to untrained tanks. So the other thing that's special about the KV5 is it's got a lot of armor that isn't as much value if you go up against higher tier tanks or tanks with high penetration guns, and arty obviously are going to do significant damage to you. But in a game that you're high tier and people don't know where to shoot you, you do have a couple pretty serious weak spots, but if they don't know where to shoot you, or you can hide the weak spots, it can really be a lot of fun to play. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at a battle on Malinovka. And XVM thinks it's a pretty even match, giving it a 51% for us. We have 2 tier 8 heavies, and the enemy team has a platoon of tier 8 IS-6 heavies. And then the enemy team has a tier 7 and a tier 6, and we have 2 tier 6 heavies. The unusual thing about this game is there are 9 arty. Enemy have 5 and we have 4. So that's going to dictate a lot of how this game can be played. Normally in a heavy tank like the KV5, you would head to the top of the hill at up in this area and slug it out with them. In this type of matchup where you're the top tier, you would feel like you could just bully the enemy. You've got a lot of hit points in a KV5, so you can take some hits and take the and hopefully with your DPM and the DPM of the other tanks that are with you, just plow through the enemy tanks. However, with 5 arty, I clearly did not want to get spotted. I moved further than I normally would, away from the front of the tank, away from the enemy team, so I'm not spotted by their lead spotters. And I'm thinking perhaps the hill's not the right place to go. Maybe I want to get behind this building, which is really the only potentially arty safe spot on this end of the map. So I'm starting to head a little bit over there, thinking that I'm not going to go to the hill. I'm just going to tuck in there and wait for their team to show up. Then I noticed the enemy heavy platoon is down in the southwest. So that means at the most they have 2 lower tier heavies that will be defending the hill. And perhaps I can get up on the hill with the other heavies and we can just roll over those lower tier heavies. And if we don't stop and have to slug it out, if we can punch through them quickly, maybe the enemy arty won't have a chance to focus me down. Although this is only going to work if those IS-6 are held where they are. We do have 4 tank destroyers defending the base, and I'm thinking with 4 arty, we're going to be able to take them down quickly. Although I'm a little bit worried about it, since they still seem to be progressing, and I see the Cromwell show up in our base, or on our side of the field. As soon as I see that, I realize at least 2 of our tank destroyers have been spotted, and with 5 arty on the enemy team, they're not going to last long. And sure enough, very quickly, they already take out one of our Jacksons, and the IS-6s push forward. I'm still pinging that corner of the map, hoping that our arty are focusing them down, and our second Jackson is taken out. So now we have one Jackson and the Su-100 defending, and I'm heading back to the base. Third Jackson is already down to a 23%, and then he's taken out by one of the IS-6. Su-100 says, this is way too hot. There's no way I'm defending against two heavies and a Cromwell, and he's bailing out of there. So I'm thinking the only chance I've got, and I don't think it's a very good chance, but the only chance I've got is to tuck myself in behind the building by the flag, and hope I can take these tanks out without the arty taking me out. Spot the Cromwell, rush the shot a little bit, and he manages to escape. He wants no interest in shooting me. He knows that he can't pen me, so he starts running. He takes a last-minute turn at the last second, and this is my second rush shot. And then two arty fire at him. Fortunately, take him out. Unfortunately, we now have two arty reloading. The IS-6s show up. I panic a little bit, back up, and fortunately that causes the arty shots to miss me. And I then rush forward to get behind the house, and sure enough, get back there. Someone's shooting high explosive at me at this point. Probably, I think maybe with that IS-6, I'm not sure. And now our arties start doing some good work. I panic a little bit, throw a shot into the building, does no damage, doesn't even hit the target. And now I say, well, I try and take this gun out. No luck. Bounce off him. IS-6 that was up face-hugging me takes out one of our arties, so I say, gotta take him out. Put one down into him. Then he makes a mistake and turns his angle, flattens it out to me, so I'm able to put one in there, and then quickly put a second one in there, and he's down, and I take a quick look around, and I already had taken out the other two heavies. So in a matter of very quick time, take out three heavy and one medium. Kind of surprised we cleared out this this flank, but that's what 4 arty will do. Of course, we lost one arty in the process. So now we're down to just me, the Su-100, 3 arty against 9 enemy tanks at this point. So it's still not looking great, but it's certainly looking a whole lot better than it did just a moment ago. And now I'm thinking, okay, it's time for me to head back up to where I originally thought, behind that arty safe spot, and wait for the remaining tanks to come and get me. While I'm heading up there, the Su-100's doing some spotting up front, and hopefully our arty will be able to thin them down some more. FV304 is a real short-ranged arty, so he's moving up a little closer so he can do some damage. And my fat slug of a tank is crawling slowly towards his safe haven. FV304 fires one at the Ashorn, takes him out. So that's good news. We don't want the Ashorn gun in the game. It's a very dangerous gun. Spot the T-25 AT. Actually, the Su-100 does, but it costs him. SU's taken out of the game. So now it's just me and the arty. Got a pretty healthy OI, although he's been taking a hit, so he's down a little bit. T-69 and this 25 AT. Now I do get into behind this building, so I'm feeling a little safer. And then we spot the FV304 in the base. So I turn my attention to him. M44 happened to have gone there. FV304 realizes he's spotted, decides to back out. It's too late. He's gone. Now the M44's got to be worried because he was probably spotted, but he's moving. Fortunately, their arty don't take him out. That's going to turn out to be a big deal for us. T-25 AT takes a shot at me. One of our arty take a shot at him. Miss him. Then he goes invisible. New arty shot comes in. One. Then another one come in. We don't know if either of those hit or did any damage at this point. We'll find that out later. I poke around the right side, seeing if anyone's trying to sneak up on me. Don't find anyone, so I go back, see if I can get a spot on the T-25. I already throw another shot at him. Then the OI shows up behind me. Can't penetrate my side. Still don't want to give him the side, and I don't want the arty to be able to get me. Spot the T-25 AT again. He's down to 29% health, so we obviously did hit him. I take another HE hit for 172, so that must be a low tier arty. T-69 comes around the corner. I managed to take him out, but take in 3 quick hits from arty. Fortunately, I have a very good repair crew. Managed to get the tracks back on quickly. Come around the corner. It's a good thing I did, because in comes another arty. 25 AT is now down to 7%, so he keeps getting pounded. I take another shot at him, but the FE304 takes him out. So now things are looking much better. We've got an OI, Tier 6 Heavy, and 4 arty against myself, and 3 arty. I've got still have a reasonable amount of health, and the OI is down to much lower health. How much health does he have? He has 120 health left. So I take a shot at him, and it goes not even the same zip code of the center of the mark, but fortunately the M44 takes him out. The downside is that since the OI came up over the hill and spotted the FE304, FE304 gets taken out by their M44. So based on how that last shot went, I'm thinking I need to repair my gun, so I go ahead and repair the gun. And now I'm going to go up on the hill and use the hill to speed me down towards them, so that hopefully any arty that shoot at me miss me. And of course, if I get tracked, I'm going to regret the fact that I used my repair kit for the gun. But as I'm crawling up this hill, I look at the clock and see that I've got just 4 minutes left in this game, and I think that may not be enough time to slowly crawl up this hill. So I changed my mind and decided to go down the short route. I'm going to hope that none of their arty have decided that they would try and go up the hill and get behind me. I think that's probably not very likely. It would be a risky move on the arty. I think they would sort of expect me to be coming from that direction, or at least protecting from that direction. So I think this is a pretty good bet. So I think I can probably still, I certainly can still take one hit, probably 2 hits from whatever arty was hitting me with those HE shells before. So I'm feeling pretty confident. Then I spot the rocks over there and say, aha, more arty cover. And just as I go to head for it, I spot the Hummel try to get down below his gun line. And fortunately for me, our M44 spots their M44, so that means that their arty are going to be focused in that direction as well. It gives me a little bit of time. The Hummel fires at me, so now I can really breathe easy. I know he's not going to reload, and I take him out. Now I'm thinking the other 2 arty are probably just down below me, so I want to tuck in behind this rock as quickly as I can and get in nice and safe. I'm going to hang out here till I'm not spotted, go back and forth a little bit, and then our M44 spots another arty, and then both of them. So now I'm saying, okay, I'm good. I'm going to head straight for him. I don't think my M44 is going to be able to take them both out, but even if he doesn't, he takes one out, and then I already takes the other one out. So that's it. That was the end of the game. Taking a look at the post-game stats. See, I got a first class, a spotter award. I did quite a bit of spotting. You can see as each of these tanks managed to do 712 damage to the IS-6. T-69, I took him out with one shot. The FE-304, when he came into our base, took him out, one shot. Then the Hummel at the end of the game took him out with one shot. Ended up top in experience by about 50% and third in damage. It doesn't include the spotting. I got 4 kills. I already at M44 got 3, and the other already got 4. Managed to earn 80,000 credits for that, and after shooting all my gold ammo that I carry, still made a profit of 29,000. Base experience of 1862 with the premium count, triple, and the premium bonus comes out with 5,772 experience. All in all, a very good game. First class.